So coming back to being good cop and bad cop, how was it for you as a childhood? Because you started quite early, into acting.
Yes.
So how was it? And in one of your TED talk, I heard about your maths exam. Every time you would come back, apde maths exam undedi.
Yeah.
And in film also we have something about maths
Yeah.
exams. So.
Yeah. So 35 in this film actually indicates the pass mark for my elder one. He struggles in just mathematics. I was okay in maths, but మనం లాంగ్ అంటే ఒక పెద్ద పెద్ద స్కెడ్యూల్స్ ఉండేది అప్పుడు. సో ఇన్ అ మంత్ ఆర్ 2 ఐ వుడ్ కలెక్టివ్లీ గో టు స్కూల్ మేబీ 5-6 డేస్. అండ్ ఆ రోజులు కరెక్ట్గా మ్యాథ్స్ ఎగ్జామ్ వస్తే ఎలా ఉంటుంది. నాకు ఫ్రాక్షన్ అంటే ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఏబీసీ కూడా నాకు తెలియదు. వాట్ ఈస్ డెసిమల్, హౌ ఇస్ లైక్ 3/4 ఈక్వల్ టు వాట్ ఎవర్. ఐఎమ్ లైక్ నో ఇది లైక్ వాట్ డూ ఐ డూ. So that's when I began taking tuitions for the first time. I went to a tuition center and appudu kuda I remember now looking back, maths was the only subject which you have to understand it to move forward.
Yeah, you can't by heart and
true.
Yeah.
There's no extra marks for good handwriting in maths, right? So manam if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you're stuck.
Yeah.
So I used to go and cry to my tuition teacher saying, I don't understand, please help me. And she would very patiently teach me. And once it clicks, then you're okay, then you're sorted.
Yeah.
Dan tarvata oka bayam poyindi. Lekapothe it's a bit, maths is a bit traumatic. Yeah.
So again, coming back to juggling of, parent handling, being a support system. So I know that you have also told in your TEDx that, your dad would be like traveling and, mother would be there to support you. So how do you see as parents, being a big support system in your life?
I think in the Indian society, parents live for their kids. We are pampered. We don't see danger at all, in the sense where we are not even allowed to fail. Well, Indian kids are not allowed to fail or to see difficulties at all. We don't have to pay rent at home. We can stay till we are married, or even after we are married. You are supposed to be at home. So I think if you don't appreciate those things now, later you will at some point. Kani, my father, when I was 9 years old, he left abroad to work. So he still has that 9-year-old image in him of me. So my mom has basically like single-handedly raised my brother and I. And my mom is a wonderful woman, because it's not easy to raise kids in general.
And you're already a working kid.
That's true. And also you are going through this adolescence phase when there is so much of mood swings, so much of like you don't know what is really happening. So to go through all of that, and she was a nurse, a very good one also. She stopped working when I started working and to accompany me to sets. And I picked up a lot of things from her,
like responsibility or dealing with life.
Discipline, a lot of discipline, which I'm working very hard to learn from her. But a lot of strength. You don't have to succumb to a situation just because it seems hard. Go through it and you'll get out of it, Anidhi. And I learned a lot of wonderful sensitivity from my dad. You should be sensitive. Only then you will understand what another person is going through. And rather than just being judgmental and jumping on the gun and saying something, if it helps somebody, say it. Otherwise, keep it to yourself. And I learned a lot of just living life happily from my brother as well. Because sometimes when you think life is just, like maths, when you don't understand it, you're stuck. When you feel like, life is a slump, you're stuck. And then you see people who my brother, he keeps saying this thing as a joke, but I don't know if he understands the value of what he actually says. He says that to irritate me actually, but he keeps saying, hey Cookie, one life, live the fullest. He keeps saying this as a, like how Chinna Katha Kadu is an Uttapadam for Prasad. This one life, live the fullest is my brother's Uttapadam anamata. He keeps saying that, but sometimes and whatever good your sibling says, it is not meant to reach you as another sibling. It is meant to go, past your
head.
Correct. So sometimes it will hit you.
Yeah.
It'll be like,
See, now
yeah.
you are thinking about it, like whatever he says.
That's
Yeah.
the thing, right? You always think about it, but you don't say. You don't say. Like a couple of interviews, if I've like if somebody asks me about him and I dish out some of his no, he's not a good student facts, then he'll be like, okay, I saw it. You took
So
my
you took
my
revenge on me,
case.
kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, to see that it's been a good balance, touch wood. Like everybody did their part. My mom never stood there asking for an appreciation that నేను ఇంత చేశాను కదా.
Yeah.
Never.
Always a giver, right?
Never. So I think all mothers are like that.
Yeah.
ఏమి ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయరు కానీ దే ఆర్ హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్స్ టూ. సో ద మూమెంట్ ఐ రియలైజ్ దట్ ఎప్పుడు ఎక్కడైనా ఒక వెకేషన్కి ఎక్కడైనా వెళ్తే everybody will be just sitting and relaxing after a long journey. They'll just be waiting for food to come, or even if something is ordered, they'll just be waiting for it to be opened. Who opens it?
The mother.
Who goes to the kitchen?
Yeah.
Why should it always be amma? Because amma also will want to, go there to relax. So that is something that one day it hit me and I was like, oh, that's bad. I'm not going to say here and expect, like my father to do it. If I'm going to point my finger at him or my brother or, my friends, I better do it first.
Yeah, first.
So I would go help her out. And Nannu Chusi, they will also follow.
Automatically.
So, it's better to...
and
better to do
be
it
an example before you even demand anything from anybody.
Yeah,
correct.
Like I feel like we should correct ourselves first before we have to preach to others.
Yeah. So coming to what you just said, like be an example, I think every character that you have done in your cinema journey has been an example of how you picked your characters, how meer nijanga andulo undi, you're always talking in, be it Jailavakusha or Gentleman or Ninnu Kori or whichever cinema we take. So are you doing it deliberately when you pick your characters, when you listen, or how does it happen? Because every character is not, I don't see Niveda, in the character. I see your character.
You really made my day. Thank you so much for that. You're very kind. Nenu anta aalochinchanu actually when I'm picking a character. Does it excite me? Does it interest my... does it give me an opportunity to be a better actor through this film? Anidi chustanu ante. But when I see that in this day and age, most of the time, like because we've been conditioned to see most female actors, వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చిన roles are always to support the male lead.
The male, yeah.
Either as being the love interest,
or they're just there,
or they are there.
Yeah.
They are very supportive, supporting, and they are there, but they are just there.
Yeah.
For me, I don't mind being like an actor behind someone. But as long as I have something to do there, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with that.
Where the character can talk or, make a difference to the story, I think.
Yes.
Because see, usually heroes are what, they command. Like when I say Nani, who's one of your very close friends, so we know what to expect from his cinema. We know that it is a decent family entertainer. Even if it is, a lot of fights, we know we can go watch it. We also know we will come back having a memory. Same thing with your cinema. You're not just there. Meer unnaru akkada. So that means you're making an effort in making sure to be the main lead, but even as a parallelly you're there. So it's like train. You're like.
But the problem with this is, I think it's also so important that the right kind of questions are asked.
Yeah.
If you are, I found this very funny also. When you're playing a prominent role in a film, why are we calling it a prominent role? Is because our character akkada undadam valla ఏదో ఆ స్టోరీని కొంచెం ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్తుంది, or something is going to change in that story. Okay, prominent role ఒకటి ఉంటుంది, దాంతో పాటు there will be a female lead. What does that mean?
Yeah.
So when you're saying, I play the supporting actor in this film, treat it as a character.
Yeah.
When you say
equal ga, adane cheptuna train di patri ela veltundi, it should be equally going.
So when people ask, oh, you played a supporting actor, so what happens if you're only given supporting characters?
Yeah.
Why should that be our thought?
Yeah.
You played a very interesting character in this film.
Yeah.
Do you think you will want to play something else parallelly like that? when we have discussions like this, it's more healthy.
Yeah.
And because ippudu emaipondante, people are so stimulated all the time and they have so much of information available that their attention span on one video before they swipe is probably a second or a millisecond. So it's like we're trying to fit in a lot of this viral nature into that one moment in time. I think that's also like a very, I don't know, not a very healthy way of looking at talking about something or promoting something, or because when we're talking about a film like 35, there should be something purposeful behind why we promote it and how we promote it. But when I look for characters, I don't look for characters which is revolutionary or, you know, she's like, oh, she's in this film, that means she will have, if the film is 2 hours long, she will be there for 1 hour and 59 minutes. No, nothing like that.